You're right about that.
Yeah. Triple banger lightning round.
Auxiliary
stop.
Triple banger auxiliary round.
My friend asked me this, and he was serious. And I thought it would make the perfect triple banger. It's going to shock you what his answer was, but would you rather have a tiny penis and eternal life, or $10 million?
A tiny penis and eternal life or $10 million? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
$10 million. You out of your fucking mind?
You don't want eternal life?
What is this obsession with human beings wanting to live forever? What is the good of that? I mean, I know Seinfeld has touched on it a little bit, but like, let's really examine the fact that like most of what we do is be like, this sucks. Like most of the time we're like, God, there's traffic. You just want that forever. You want to be like, I don't love my job. I'm worried that I settled on the woman that I'm with. You just want that forever. You just want forever. And then add to that a small dick. And your friend is even asking this question. She's like, okay, imagine your life now, which you often think is terrible and wish was over and don't understand and can't possibly find the answers to the questions that you're constantly driven to ask because human beings have reason for no reason. Imagine that, but it goes on forever and you have a little dick. What do you say? You want that or $10 million to enjoy your life more right now? It's insane. I would take the $10 million.
I think you're insane.
Listen to me. I would take the $10 million.
I think you're insane. Of course you want eternal life.
I would get a dick operation that made it smaller, which would cost $1.5 million. Then I would use the rest of the millions of dollars to fly around the world and visit every place, and then at the end of it, buy a golden shotgun and blow my brains out with diamond bullets.
We really disagree
over having a teeny tiny for the rest of all of it.
First of all,
also, what happens when everybody else dies? What happens when so now
everyone you love keeps dying? That's true. That would be sad.
Dying. Let's go. No. Further.
You get used to it.
Further. No, you're wrong. Further. Eternal life.
Yeah.
Everyone else has died. Overpopulation. Everybody. Humanity's been wiped out. You're just alone on the earth.
Okay, what if you
with a little dick?
Yeah, but there's
the only thing you can look at when you masturbate. The only thing left. This sadness of like, there used to be women and now there aren't. I have no human connection. I'm going to jack off just to return to that animalistic desire that I know I can fulfill. And then you have to look down and be like, I have the smallest dick and it's the reason I'm here alone, jacking off on a wasteland of a post-apocalyptic
A couple
world.
other people get the same deal, okay? I'm going to add that.
Oh, great. So then you can all be like, how small is your dick? What deal did you get?
The size of your penis has zero to do with your overall happiness. Zero. The problem with the penis is when it gets scuffed up. That was always my problem. It gets scuffed, it gets nicked, it gets tinkered with,
it gets flimsy with the numbers.
It gets flimsy with the numbers. It's horrible. The penis, my penis was never healthy. I was always injured. It was always, it was also scuffed up. There were marks and blemishes on it.
I don't know. Listen.
I put in a sling. It was like my penis was in a fist fight and lost all the time. I'm serious. When I was single, it was horrible. That's the one thing I don't miss about being single. Do you know the last time I had sex with someone other than my wife?
God.
I was so beaten up. I had to have the weirdest hitch in my giddy up. I had to have an angle. Like, what are you doing? I was like, my penis had like a detached retina. It was horrible.
Everything you say, I want to go back and re-examine, but then you say something that's more worthy of re-examination. Did you just say I had the weirdest hitch in my giddy?
Yeah, because I was trying to work around this bruise, it was always scuffed.
I mean, I don't even think cowboys in the early 1900s said that. I think if you were in the Wild West and you're like, hey, I got the weirdest hitch in my giddy up, you just get shot. That's crazy. Your penis was scuffed up? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it gets blemished and tarnished. It gets and not just because of all the sex or whatever when you're single. It's all the masturbation too. It's horrible. I was in Louisville and I don't know what I found. I don't know what I found in the I don't know what I found in the condo. I think I found some old glue or something. But whatever some paper.
I've never heard a man say my penis was tarnished.
I'm telling you, I found I don't know what I found. Might have been some dishwashing soap or something that just did a damage to me that I never recovered from. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. What do you mean? Okay, everything you've said.
I just went to town on myself for a week. I'm saying that's what happens when you're single. Now I have a loving wife.
With dish soap? Gosh, you just said, I don't know what I found in the condo. I thought maybe it was
talcum
dish
powder.
soap.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, what are you masturbating with gravel and sand?
I'm serious. I was walking around.
Here's your
just
first
like,
problem.
what am I going to find?
Here's
here?
your first problem.
Yeah.
You don't use lubrication.
For masturbation?
You do not.
And that's our final show.
And that's the last word.
No, this is going to be a cliffhanger. We're going to do a cliffhanger.
You don't
Yeah.
use lubrication.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis? We're back. We're back for part 2. We're still here doing some Qigong.
We're still in the triple
Waiting
banger
for-
section that we were in last week.
Yeah, triple banger section. We're doing some Qigong, waiting for more people to show up here. And we're in the middle of a really pretty big argument about my scuffed up. It's a hard way to start a show. But no pun intended. But it's we were talking about
No pun
I don't
achieved.
think the tiny
I think
we were talking
there's no pun.
we were
I'm
talking
glad you didn't intend for a pun to happen
because there's
it,
no pun
it
at
didn't
all.
end up happening.
There's no
yeah.
pun whatsoever. That would have been
It
a very
is an
flimsy.
interesting. Yeah. Those are flimsy numbers.
Flimsy numbers. Now listen, what we're talking about really is the tiny
hard to start the
penis
sexual
versus
show
the
without
tiny
with a
penis
scuffed up dick.
and eternal life versus the $10 million. And TJ thinks he'd take the $10 million, and Ryan and I feel that we would take the.
Why? Why do you guys want to live forever?
Because first of all, the tiny
Do you
penis
see
is no
for-
big deal.
Okay,
I don't
but-
think that
no,
you have to admit that
Yeah,
part
already,
of it.
Already, you're
That part of it has no-
already you're deflecting and talking about something else.
Okay.
So when I asked you guys why do you want to live forever, neither of you had an answer.
If I could have a
Not an
couple
immediate
other,
one.
If I have a couple
what
other
you
people
both
that took
did
the
was
deal,
you stopped for a second and you went, and the reason is because in your minds, for some reason, you're like, it's better to never die than to die. And you've never really examined whether that's true or not. It's all born of your death anxiety,
no, see,
of
here
the
it is.
fear
Okay.
of dying.
I think that life is pretty fun.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it is.
I do.
You don't have
so
to do
I'd
it
like
forever.
to extend it.
You ever been on a seesaw for more than 2.5
You ever been-
hours?
you been on a
'Cause That
cruise?
shit is fucking hilarious.
You been on a
Yeah.
cruise? That's not even fun for 10 minutes.
I haven't been on the cruise where you performed, but if I did, I'd come up and say, "Hey, buddy, it was a good try. You did
Yeah.
your best." What did
Yeah.
the guy say to you? The one guy, and you were like, "I wish I had said this back." But one guy said something particularly awful.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
goes, I think
"You
he
were
goes-
funny.
think
I don't
he
know
s-
what everybody else was thinking." Or
Yeah,
something like that.
he goes, I liked it. I don't know what everyone else was thinking. Another guy just walked up and said, "Ouch! I did not. Ouch." No, it was tough. It was what's the book where they're all stuck and it turns out to be hell? It's just 4 people in a room. Is that the end? Is that
The elevator.
No, I think it's Sarte. That's the writer, right?
Sartre.
Yeah, I don't pronounce it correctly. so
Me
I'm
neither.
gonna
I don't think
try.
I did. It's Sartre. Sartre, I think. Sartre. Oh, no exit, maybe.
Yeah, no exit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just people in a room. You don't have to be in a room. You can travel with your tiny penis. You don't even have to check it
Yeah, but I don't
at
think
baggage. I
mean, I've checked my dick before. I was like, this is
We've
too
already-
heavy to go on the plane.
look. Let me just
Little
take
did
it.
I know, all the
Let me
suitcases
take this
go on the
question.
plane too.
Let me take this question in 3 parts. And just so you recall, the question was, would you rather have a tiny penis and eternal life or $10 million? We know that $10 million doesn't really make you any happier than you are now as long as you have the essentials, right? And we know
that's
that the tiny penis really doesn't make you unhappy. We know that because we know that the scuffed and like kind of tarnished penis from
That should be the name
condo
of
in
your-
Louisville,
that should be
that's
your-
more damaging
that should
to
be
your
the name of
psyche.
your unauthorized
When you have a hitch
autobiography.
when you have a hitch and you're giddy up, that's not easy. Okay.
Scuffed and tarnished
When your
penis.
penis
the Cash
has a-
Levy story.
When your penis has a detached retina, that's not easy.
I mean,
So we know that those
dish
things don't
soap.
matter.
What are you using dish soap for?
I don't know. You walk around the condo. It's late at night. You don't know what to find. You don't know what to go after.
Why would I don't know why you guys are using lubrication in general. My opinion is you should learn how to masturbate without lubrication. First of all, for the convenience. Second of all, because if you don't masturbate with lubrication, then you can never masturbate more than you should. There comes a point where it's like you got to stop.
How do you masturbate without lubrication? I don't even understand
It's
that.
really
I don't
easy.
picture that.
It's really easy.
What do you do?
It's like having sex with a girl who has a completely dry vagina. It's the best. No, it's not true. You just have to be a little bit lighter. You know, you don't have to squeeze so hard, I think. Yeah. You certainly don't ever scuff up your dick.
You haven't. You've never had a scuffed? Or...
I mean, I did, but it was mostly when I was using lotion and stuff. I mean, yeah, what happens is...
I think the condom scuffs it up. You know, because the rubbing inside the condom.
That can be part of it. Also, you always used condoms that were sandpaper on the inside.
That's true.
And on the outside were whale skin. Yep.
The whale.
I always remember those.
A lot of people go the opposite.
Those whale sandies you used to call them.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I always wear the ribbing on the inside. And I am heavily ribbed.
I love the idea that a condom can be ribbed on the inside but not on the outside.
Ribbed on the inside. We should come up with that product.
It's so thick that there's ribs on the inside, but they can't. Don't worry, they won't be perceptible to the woman you're having
on the
sex
inside.
with.
That reminds me of I mean, the bottom line is eternal.
And that reminds
eternal
me
life.
of everything.
That reminds me of
on the
eternal
inside.
Life. Eternal life. All I'm saying is we'll talk more about
condom's
this.
so thick there are ribs within it, but without is a smooth, gentle, completely non-feeling entity. Are you afraid you'll actually feel the penis of the man you're having sex with? Don't worry, you won't. You won't feel anything, but he will have a scuffed up dinghy. He'll be hanging and dangling in the inside of a whale, the ribs of a whale.
All right. Well, we disagree about this. We disagree about living for eternal life.
Why? What is good about it? What's
I
good
think
about
that the
living
death
forever?
thing is pretty depressing, and it would. I'm very curious to
Why
what's
is it
going to
depressing?
happen. Listen,
Why?
let me finish. I'm very curious what's going to happen. What's going to happen to our species, and so that's another just sheer curiosity.
Oh,
makes
I
me
see.
wanna
You'd
live
like
longer.
to stick around.
I'd like to stick around and see what happens.
Let me ask you this.
I think
Do you
that things might
it's-
get really good. Right after, like, what if like 10 or 15 years after we die, everyone figures out how to have eternal life, and then we're all in it together, and it's kind of fun. Then we solve everything. We solve the right. We basically
You know what that is? That's just a fear of missing out. It's all of us going, well, what
that's
if,
not a bad
what if-
fear.
what if
I don't know
it
why
gets
that's
better?
an unreasonable fear.
It has an acronym.
That seems more reasonable than a
FYIM.
fear of a small penis.
I can't imagine what you're talking about. I mean, I agree you don't need to have... any size penis is fine as long as you're good at cunnilingus. I agree with that.
Okay.
I know that. It's real for me.
You
Okay? My dick's so small, I had a girl be like, your pussy's huger than mine.
my dick is so small. Girls have said, "Is that your belly button inside of it? Yeah, you an outie
Inside of me. My dick's so small.
Did you shove your outie inside of me?
No, but I like the idea that it's an innie. It's so small, it's inverted.
And then you say, no, it's an innie. And it's my penis.
You try and be impressive. Is that your belly button? What is that, an outie? No, it's an innie. It's like it's still your dick.
It's an innie, but it is my penis. It is.
I can't stand it. I can't stand a word.
And thus we conclude the best triple banger, the longest triple banger.
The longest triple banger. But why? All right. Well, I can argue about this forever, but I think your fear of...
We'll talk more about it because actually for the Where Were You segment, we're going to talk a little bit about something you said about death, which I thought was very interesting.
It's bizarre to me.
Where were you? We're still...
When you weren't wherever you are now, where were you?
I forgot there was
catching
music
up.
on the show.
Yeah, I know. I forgot we had a show. I thought we were... We're still catching up. And